must speak the truth at all times. And therefore, comrades might make conclusions based on their own experience. If you don't know, you always assume. And sometimes when you assume wrong, your conclusion is inevitably wrong. So we want to correct some of the assumptions that are there, comrades, so that when you leave here, you are able to know what is going on. Now, the General Secretary of COSATU went to present the credentials and indicated that expected was 2,000 and something, but in the meeting, those who have registered is 1,854. And I must explain first the constitutional requirement. On the change to the constitution of COSATU, you need a 2/3 majority. The second motion on the table was whether COSATU should support the South African Communist Party to contest elections in 2024. Some affiliates had a counter view, some were promoting it. SADTU had a position to say, let's take a resolution actually to say, let's allow structures to go back and consult, and then we call a special Congress in 2023 to deliberate on this matter. That was the SADTU position. So it will say you need 1, 2, 3, 6 if this figure is correct. You need 2/3 majority, you need 1, 2, 3, 6. On any other motion, you need 50% plus 1. But the one is not 50%, it's not a percent. If you are 1,000, you need 501 for it to become a resolution. On the political issue, out of 1,854, some affiliates did not even bother to go and vote. Like SADTU, no one from SADTU went to vote. 37 people voted and the ballot paper had no yes or no. Spoiled, 176. Those who said no, we are not agreeing to this, let's take it to another process, is 196. And those who voted yes for the SACP, for COSATU to support the SACP to take a resolution on state power, it's 547. When you calculate everybody that has voted on the political motion, there are 956. What is 50% of 1,854? So in order for you to have a decision, you must have 927 plus 1, which makes it 928. We'll make it 50% plus 1 of people who have registered in the conference. The East NEC took a resolution to say, no, you must go and give COSATU notice that this resolution, if they proceed with this thing, we're not going to agree with it. And we're even prepared to go and annul this decision legally. But we're writing to warn you. We're warning you in writing that you can't proceed with this decision. This court case is not about the merits of whether SADTU supports the SACP to contest state power or not. It's not about that. It's about the constitutionality of the decision. Now, Maluleke is the General Secretary of SADTU. He's like me as a Provincial Secretary. The Constitution says that the Secretary must do the work of writing and doing things. Now, some people are going out and saying, it's Maluleke doing this, Maluleke doing that. He's a General Secretary of SADTU. He's supposed to do this job. But I'll carry out the mandate of SADTU. That's why I signed the ballot paper to say, I agree to serve the union. It means that I will do what the union tells me to do as long as it's legal. If somebody has acted, if there's a disciplinary case, it's me who must write to you to say, this disciplinary case, you have been found guilty. It's not me who have found you guilty, it's the union. But someone must write on behalf of the union, and the Constitution says it's the secretaries who must do that. So people become personal and say, there was a false note that was circulating here saying that he must not be allowed to set foot in Mpumalanga. And we say it will never happen. He will set foot in Mpumalanga. As long as SADTU is there, he will come here. He will defend him with our lives. He's an implementer of decisions. It's not personal, comrades. And people who become petty and personalize this thing, it's when we are bereft of ideas. When you don't know, you become personal. When you don't have arguments, you become personal. What is the SADTU position on the SACP, comrades? SADTU is not averse to the SACP contesting state power. We are members of the SACP ourselves. But the decision by COSATU must be constitutional. Saying SADTU is leaving COSATU and going to FEDUSA. I'm like a comrade. How do we find ourselves to say that we're going to affiliate to FEDUSA? The party cannot be told by any single union not to contest state power. It also cannot be told by any single union to contest state power because it stops being a party. No single union can dictate whether or not to contest state power or not. COSATU must go back and say, we cannot allow divisions within our ranks over this kind of matter, comrades. In 2017, SADTU took a resolution at the National General Council to say, because we're preempting that this might happen, in the event the SACP decides to contest state power, a special Congress should be convened, a special Congress of SADTU, which means all branches of SADTU in the country will be called to one meeting to be consulted on the matter. It cannot be correct that you will expect that an informal meeting of delegates of SADTU to a Congress of COSATU can sit together in a meeting and say, we're changing the resolution to support the African National Congress. It's a Congress resolution, comrades. Those of you who read SADTU documents, you'll know it's a Congress resolution. So it's not the first time COSATU is facing an ideological debate. Why is it that now, if somebody has a different view, they must be labeled a sellout? Let's defend the organization. Let's contest this space. This court case that we're taking against COSATU is not a declaration of war against the SACP or any other affiliate, or even a declaration of war against COSATU. It is to correct the decision-making of COSATU. No one must bully decisions of COSATU. It's our COSATU. We carry it. Just like the SACP, it's our SACP. If the SACP comes to the provincial office, but we are there to assist the SACP. The SACP must live longer because it's our party. The propaganda is to try to belittle SADTU. Someone said a post on Facebook to say, Maluleke, I knew he was going to do this because he's looking at the position in parliament. A serving branch office bearer of SADTU says, I agree. If you are unable to unite yourself and defend yourself against some of these things, you are allowing this narrative to become reality, to the point where some of us who are not even schooled in the trade union movement start to support it unknowingly. So if you tell a lie many a times, it takes on the truth. If you don't regroup, comrades, and say, we have faith in our structures, we have faith in what we are doing as a union, we know that what we are doing is correct. Some people will tell our story, comrades. Comrades, don't believe in propaganda. Please, comrades. Somebody posted something negative about SADTU, you keep quiet. But you are a leader of the union. What kind of leaders are we? Why are you leading if you can't defend? If you can't defend and believe these things, you don't belong in leadership, comrades. You must be a member. We are there to defend this union. We are here to defend this union so that we protect our interests as teachers and as workers. That's what the union must do. You are not elected to be socialites. You are elected to defend the members of SADTU. If somebody from outside the union is saying something negative about your union, you must say, no, it's not true. The truth is this. If someone is saying, no, SADTU tomorrow wants to go to FETUSA, you say, no, it will never happen. Where do you get that? Why are you spewing lies about the union? Some of you belong in these social WhatsApp groups where people are saying all those things. You can't keep quiet, comrades. The first myth we must kill, SADTU is not intending to de-affiliate from COSATU. We are a full subscription paying member of COSATU. We are an affiliate of COSATU. We are going nowhere.